Boom! Alright, what's up you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about our three favorite metaverse cryptocurrencies: Render Token, Decentraland, and Sandbox. Considering they've all been outperforming the rest of the crypto market lately, which you absolutely love to see. I know it's been a while since we covered these guys on the YouTube channel, but there's been so much macroeconomic activity going on lately that I feel I need to diversify the content for you guys and really let you guys know what I believe is important to learn as an investor. But these three are definitely the funnest to talk about. I have the most fun making videos on these three names, and honestly, I just wanted to record a lighthearted video today, especially considering we are going to be doing a giveaway. More on that in a minute, okay? But first, let's cover some business. We'll quickly go over what I want to share with you guys over the course of this video when it comes to these three cryptos, kind of the dynamic of how we'll be doing this video, and then we'll talk about that giveaway, all right? So, short and sweet today, we will simply be taking a look at Render Token, Decentraland, and Sandbox, RNDR, Mana, and Sand, in that order, going down the watch list, talking short to medium term price action. Not going to go long term just yet, you guys. Again, there's so much macroeconomic activity afoot right now that we are going to keep it short term. But hey, short to medium term price action is arguably the most exciting. And again, we're just having fun in this video. Okay, so Render, Mana, Sand, in that order on TradingView. Talk some technicals. Talk about what I'm loving to see, especially when it comes to Render Token, the number one, baby. So Render looking beautiful, Mana and Sand looking great as well. We'll talk some technicals on those three. Next to TradingView, we do have CoinMarketCap open just to take a look at how these have been performing. Okay, so we got top metaverse tokens by market cap on good old coinmarketcap.com, up almost 10% in the past 24 hours, which you absolutely love to see. Volume absolutely spiking, which is great. And again, really just another shout out to Render Token right here. One of the few names that are in the green, not only the past 24 hours, but the past 7 days as well. Looking great. I mean, top 10 cryptos on crypto.com on the good old app. And yeah, it just feels great to see the number one performing like a number one. And on the note of that number one, and what will be my number one, the point of today's video, you guys, is to celebrate the fact that some of you may have heard this, so this might not be news to some of you, probably most of you actually, but you guys, your boy is going to be down for the first time. Haven't revealed the gender yet. I'll let you guys guess that in the comments if you want. But to enter this giveaway, all you got to do is go to my IG at Royce Jacob. Go give this a like, comment on the post, whatever you want. Hopefully congrats, but hey, you can comment whatever you want on there. Show the picture some love. Go show Sammy some love because she's the real MVP here. I mean, look at that beautiful girl. Love her. And yeah, I would appreciate it if you guys showed the photo some love. And again, that's just how you enter the giveaway. And again, you guys, you've showed this so much love so far. I've shouted this out in the last video I made, but I figured do it again because I'm giving away Render, and we are talking a Render token in this video. So yeah, just go comment on the post. Once again, show Sammy some love. And as I opened this, I saw Ashley Greer artwork and art by AO. Both beautiful artists, both longtime members of the Waves fam. And I thought I'd shout out Ashley because she did paint this beautiful painting that is constantly sitting behind me as I record these videos. So again, just shout out to a member of the Waves fam that I do care for a lot, care for all of you. And just at times like these, you guys, it makes me appreciate all that I have and all that we've created and the community that we've built here. And especially if you're still standing, if you're still watching these videos, I appreciate you very, very, very much because it's not easy to deal with. The 80-90% corrections we've seen in some of these assets that we do believe in long term and we do care about, but that's just the nature of cyclical markets, you guys. And those who can stand strong, those who can weather the storm, those who can handle the pain, and just stand strong in the face of adversity once again, are those who really make it in the long run. Patience pays off, literally, and if you're still standing, you deserve to be one of the winners in this game of investing, okay? So, again, you guys, this is kind of, getting a little sentimental with you guys, but hey, I am sentimental in this video. Again, this is a more casual video. We'll talk about Render in a little bit, but again, you guys, go check this out. Link will be down in the description, or just search my name on Instagram and you can find it. Appreciate you guys if you do that. Again, love you guys, and I really do look forward to giving one of you guys a baggie of Render Token of the number one. That is, crushing it right now. Okay, and on that note, if you guys may or may not want a better chance at winning this giveaway. Wink, wink. No, I'm just kidding. But on a real note, you guys, if you do want to know how I'm trading render token, mana, sand, on a daily basis, not trading them, but when I'm buying the dips, render may have been the most proud I've been of a dip buy. I didn't catch it at the wick low of like $1.20, $1.19, but I did catch it here on my absolute low target of about 123, 124. I bought the most render I bought in quite a long time. I think it was 10,000. I sent out the alert in the newsletter. But again, you guys, if you want to know how I'm trading these, how I'm trading metaverse stocks, how I'm trading the market right now, what my complete portfolio looks like, every single position, that's going to be $15 a month, $40 for every 3 months. I mean, baby's got to eat, right? Take a little cheap shots right there. But really means a lot if you guys check this out on top of the complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio. You do also get multiple trading newsletters in your email inbox every day, right? 3 of these. Do the trade alert, do part 1 right here, and then do part 2 where we talk, charts, and we talk the S&P, talk Tesla, talk Bitcoin, talk all the trades that I'm making personally. We will cover this in tomorrow's video, but this was for today, so we'll save that. And today is May 4th at the time of recording, so got cheesy with it, through Baby Yoda in there. If you guys want my daily newsletters, trade alerts, and again, a complete breakdown of my portfolio, anyone help feed baby? $15 a month, $40 every 3 months. Plugs are over. Links down in the description below. And yeah, appreciate it if you guys check that out. And also, go check out the IG, but you can throw a comment down below on the video as well, just because it's appreciated. Okay, so that's that, you guys. Giveaway news out of the way. Again, appreciate you guys a lot, especially those of you who have been around for a while. The absolute real ones. And yeah, look forward to giving you guys a baggy o render. Speaking of render, speaking of the GOAT, let's talk about it. So before we get into the short medium term price action, let's take a look at render. So render currently sitting at a market cap of just under 425 million, currently number 131 overall on coin market cap, and a $1.74. You guys, it's really only a matter of time until render explodes based on the raw potential of what this token does, or the actual purpose, the fundamental nature of this token. Cloud GPU rendering, that's a multi-trillion-dollar market, okay? Like, provenly now, Microsoft, Azure, Amazon, AWS, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud. This is a Snowflake. Okay, that's what actually Snowflake does. A lot of people don't know what Snowflake does. That's what Snowflake does. It's pretty much just cloud computing. Okay, so render is tackling that in a decentralized way. Very obvious to me that someday this could be sitting at a $100 billion market cap. That could be very, very far away, but hey, that's why this is investing, not trading. I accumulate render. I do not trade a render personally. But again, I'm sitting on probably the biggest stack of render that I've ever had. Actually, factually, the biggest stack of render that I've ever had after I bought a bunch at around $1.25. But anyway, where am I going? Right here, sorry. So render 131, significantly outperforming the market, up 13.5% past 24 hours, up 13% in the past 7 days, while pretty much everything else is in the red. Apecoin, a lot of capital flowing out of Apecoin into some of these other plays, you can tell. But Decentraland, Sandbox, both keep it up just over 11% in the past 24 hours. Both down in the past 7 days, but still in the short term looking good because Mr. Powell did speak this morning. And again, we'll cover that more tomorrow. But yeah, that does create, obviously, for a pretty turbulent macro environment. Anyway, short term, again, what the medium to long term holds is, of course, up in the air given the macro backdrop, but short term is looking good, especially render. So I did draw this head and shoulders pattern for render a few days ago, sent this out in the newsletter, but inverse head and shoulders, I'm sorry, so not head and shoulders. I guess a head and shoulders is kind of the evil cousin. This is the good cousins because it's going up, or brother, whatever, sibling, evil step sibling. Anyway, render is printing a beautiful inverse head and shoulder. Not really a beautiful inverse head and shoulders. This is actually a pretty janky head and shoulders pattern, if I'm being honest. But again, you guys, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's really the psychology at play that's what matters. And on top of this inverse janky, admittedly janky inverse head and shoulders pattern, the volume is picking up, which is what I really, really like to see. So render's volume is picking up. The volume just recycled. I wish I had the volume on it. We can probably go over here, actually. What do we... I guess the volume. So the volume is currently at 20 million render, which is pretty sky high considering average I mean, I don't know how accurate these two metrics are, but 20 million render in the past 24 hours is amazing. If the average volume of 2 million is correct, that's a 10x in volume, in average volume, that is. And again, you guys, volume, especially when it comes to small market caps, to hype coins, to taking advantage of hype and momentum cycles, volume is what matters, because volume brings eyeballs. Eyeballs attract. I mean, especially if it's a great project like Render. The eyeballs bring obviously price action, brings eyeballs, brings interest, and that is the flywheel that works in adoption as well as education on the asset, on the underlying asset that's seeing such impressive price action like Render is. Okay, so Render, again, from a fundamental perspective, we all know why Render is great. Go watch my previous videos if you haven't already. But Render, amazing product, and yeah, it's great that more eyeballs are becoming aware of this project, because that's really all that matters when it comes to adoption of a project, especially one with such a small market cap. Like 131, this thing is still under the radar. If you guys missed the run up that we just saw over the past few days, don't feel bad, because it's still so early. I personally think Render will be triple digits someday. It's just a matter of when, not if. And again, that could take a while, but hey, good things take time, right? Patience pays. Anyway, short term, I do think Render could play out this inverse head and shoulders. My price target there, very short term, because we're almost there already, is going to be about $1.90. But hey, if things really start picking up again, this is the most volume we've seen on Render in a very long time. Maybe we see that, I mean, the long-awaited second wave that we've been waiting for so damn long, considering Render has seen an 85% correction from its all-time high just 6 months ago, which is crazy, to now. So, I mean, again, you guys, patience pays. Those who can weather the storm are those who are standing once the dust settles, and I trust all you guys got some strong hands. Okay, so that's Render, Mana. And again, even on the watch list, this watch list recycled, I mean, at least these percentage gains and losses right here recycled 2 hours ago. So even in the past 2 hours, I'd love to see that Render is outperforming. Although I do love Mon and Sand, names like Mon and Sand, because Render is, as you guys know at this point, easily my #1 crypto, not just in the metaverse sector, but in the entire game. Okay, so Mon and Sand, of course, will look similar on the charts, always comparable to Mara, early days like Riot and Mara. And both obviously still in downtrends as well, but Mana is, I mean, both still in downtrends overall, and short and long term kind of descending channels, but both, I mean, both starting to level out. Okay, you guys know that we are kind of in the wintery phase of crypto, in the reaccumulation phase, now that we've seen such significant, I mean, again, 70-80% corrections, almost 90 in Render's case, which is why actually it's recovering faster, because both Mana and Sand haven't seen as significant of corrections from their all-time highs. But regardless, short-term Mana and Sand, what I'm looking for is going to be a break in terms of potential bullish price action, is going to be a break of these lines of resistance on the short-term downtrends. This one's kicking back to just over a month ago, March 30th. You got definitely a significant line of resistance here. I think short-term Mana could make a run up to test this. So very short-term, I mean, May 5th would take us to about $1.78 if we do come up and test this. If over the next day or two we can close a daily candle, preferably above, just to play it safe, $1.85, then I do think Mana could I mean, make a run probably to, I mean, one of these previous lows over here. Realistically, like if we can close above $1.85, I think we'd see a nice another little spike up to like $1.95, maybe even up to $2. Okay, so that's Mana. Obviously a similar story here with Sand. Sand is, I mean, almost the exact same story, right? Mon and Sand, of course, are going to trade hand in hand. They are the two, I mean, top, now that other side's a thing, now that ApeCoin is a thing, they are, I guess, not 1 and 2, they're 2 and 3, but regardless, they will trade hand in hand. And right now, personally, I do like, I mean, I'm tiering these on the watches in my preference of how I'm weighting these in my personal portfolio. Always know, you guys, money's where my mouth is, but I do like Render. Render's easy #1 by far, and then Mana, and then Sand. I do like the least simply because Sand has not seen as much of a percentage correction as Render and Mana. Okay, so that's just the game, you guys. Reversion to the mean. Sand's mean, which is the initial high of the rally, is also lower than Mana's and Render's, which does make me believe that Sandbox could see more downside in the case that the markets do see continued downside, which I think is unfortunately likely. But again, short term, very short term, I do think we'll see a bounce up to test resistance here, following some very exciting price action, following a pickup in volume, and I do think Sand can see 255. But hey, if Sand can break, just to play it safe again, 265, then I do think Sand could probably make another little run for it, maybe around, man, I don't know, that's kind of a tough call. But again, you guys, when I'm talking about these levels, Just look at previous areas that have acted as ceilings and floors in the past. Like right there, you can see just a lot of touch points on both the downside and upside. And that will usually act as a line of resistance once again and support. So what I'm seeing here also, in the case that we can break back into this range, this would be a clean head and shoulder. So say inverse head and shoulders, I'm sorry. So see first shoulder, come down here, creating the head. If we can come back up and trade sideways in this range, I think it's very likely that this inverse head and shoulders, which would be a clean one, again, if we do range trade here for a while over the course of May, could play out as a nice head and shoulders and probably resolve itself around, 355, 360. Okay, so just keep that in mind, you guys. Stay tuned. Always fun, once again, making content about Mana and Sand, and of course the MVP render. And again, if you guys want a baggy, go check out the IG. Show the post some love. More importantly, show Sammy some love. She made a nice little reel of this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments on the IG downstairs. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the markets right now. Did you bag up on render? What are you buying right now? And that's how you're feeling in general. All right, we'll call it there, you guys. I appreciate you watching. Until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.